Hello students, good morning. Today I am discussing about our new topic belongs to Unit 2 MySQL. Uh, so the good news is we have already completed our Unit 1 Pandas series and data frame and Pandas chart according to our syllabus. But a few topics is will cut because in our new syllabus few topics will deleted, so don't worry about this. Okay, today I am discussing about unit 2 database management system, means belongs to MySQL concept. So you can see first you can see the relational database. Okay, so we know very well this thing we already discussed in class 11, so I want to just revise this thing. First thing is database. Database means a database is a collection of interrelated data stored together to serve multiple applications. We know very well in the computer world we store our data in tabular format, and according in this tabular format we can easily store our data in the column and row style format. Okay, easily modify, easily search. So in the database management system we only store a particular organization data in a tabular structure. Okay, suppose in school database a school have different department, exam department, activity department, admission department, so library department, books department. So for this purpose we store this data in a tabular structure, but we need a perfect software to manage this all kind of tabular structure. So we have a DBA-based concept, database management system. So you can see database means a database is a collection of interrelated data stored together in to store serve multiple application. And DBMS means database management system, refers to a software that is responsible for storing, maintaining and utilizing database. A database along with a DBMS is referred to a database system. Means this is a perfect system which can manage a different kind of organization data in a database. Okay. The second thing is data redundancy. Okay, so when we don't use DBMS concept, a problem arise. Which is problem? Problem is data redundancy. Without DBMS concept, so duplication of data is known as data redundancy. So this problem will overcome by DBMS concept. So fourth point in example of common related DBMS management system in the market, the where various DBMS software are available, we can use to maintain our data. Suppose Oracle is a company, US based company, and Microsoft SQL Server, this is another DBMS software. MySQL we know very well, this is a open source software, means this is available free of cost. But Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server is a paid version DBMS software, but MySQL is open source and free of cost is available. SQLite is another DBMS software company. So common database management tools for in mobile devices include SQL Anywhere, SQL Server, Compact. This is another portable DBMS software names. Okay. Now the next terminology is RDBMS. RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. Means in a database we have various kind of tables and we can connect these different table each other with the help of primary and secondary key, primary key or foreign key. So our data will never repeat. Okay, so data redundancy problem will overcome with the help of to connect multiple table on the base of primary and foreign key in a database. So we can say this is a RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So our newly DBMS software support RDBMS concept. Okay. So a relational database refers to a database that stores data in a structured format using row and columns. This makes it easy to locate and access a specific value within the database. It is a relational because the value within each table are related to each other. Tables may be referred to other tables. The relational structure makes it possible to run queries across multiple tables at once. This relation model was given by E.F. Code. So E.F. Code was the founder or inventor of the system of the IBM and acknowledged as a very important concept in DBMS technology. So we can see first we have a database. In a database we have multiple tables and we can connect this table with the help of primary key and foreign key. So this concept we can RDBMS we can say. Okay. Now but here some other terminology regarding DBMS we can see. You can see this first is relation. The simple, suppose we have a table in a database DBMS concept we can say this is a relation. Okay. So a relation is a table data arranged in row and column. The second is tuples. Simply we have a rows, but in DBMS concept the rows will we can say this is a tuples. The rows of a relation are known as tuples. Means all the rows we can say this is a tuples. Attributes. Suppose in a table we have a multiple column, more than one column, single column. But in DBMS terminology we can say this is a attributes. Okay, we can also say this is a fields. So columns in a DBMS concept we can say these are attributes or these are the fields. So the columns of a relation are known as attributes, also called fields. Data values. Okay, so row and column interaction, it will create a cell, or in a cell we can store a single value. So we can say data values, a single information which are stored in a cell. Now degree, this is important. Degree means total number of columns we can count in a table. So we can say this is degree of a table. Okay, and cardinality, the total number of rows excluding column names. Okay, only count the exact row total number of rows, or we can say tuples. This is called cardinality. And domain means a domain is a pool of values from which the actual values appear in a given column are drawn, also called a set of permitted values used in a columns. Means here domain means suppose we have a salary column or fees column, but in a fees column we can store the numerical values, but according to school rules we can store the minimum fees 1000 and maximum we can store 5000. So this is our range limit according to the school rules. So we cannot store below the 1000, we cannot store the higher value above 10,000 or 5,000. So we cannot break our school rules fees rule limit. So this is we can say store data in a particular range. Okay, so in DBMS concept we can say this is a domain. Okay, views. So when we use select command, okay, so it will generate a table, means a result table. So we can say this is a view. So view is a virtual table. Okay, so based on our original data. So a view is a kind of table whose content are taken from other tables depending upon a condition. Views do not contain data of their own. Means suppose we have a 1000 records, but I want to see only below 1000 fees data. So only the selected data will come in output. So we can say this is our view, we can say this is our resultant output, or we can say this is a views. Data dictionary. So a file containing metadata, also called data about data. Suppose we have a school database. In a school database we have several tables, and in several tables we have different column names. Okay, so different column names also held by another technical table. Okay, so we can say this is a data dictionary, means in a MySQL already a table available, or this table hold all the column names, only column names and data type and their size in a DBMS table. So we can say this is a metadata, means data about data. A table hold another, a table column hold another table column's name. Okay, so we can say data dictionary. A file containing metadata, also called data about data, means all the columns name will hold by MySQL technical table. Okay, so in future we can easily access our, when you use open or database, so we can easily see our columns name and our data. Okay, the keys. It is a use to describe how to row in a relation are different logically keys. Suppose in a table we have a several rows, but I want to find a particular row on a condition base. Without the key concept, it is very difficult to find or change a particular data. Suppose we have 10 records or 10 rows, so we can easily manage. But when we have thousands of records, so it is very difficult. So in DBMS we can use the key concept. The key is easily we can find our data, and fastly we can find our data or change and easily approach. So keys. So first is primary key. So main is a primary key. A primary key is a set of one or more attribute that can uniquely identify tuples within the relation. For example, roll number of a student table. So primary key we know very well. In a table, student table, suppose we have a roll number. In a bank table we have a account number. So this account number only one of represent the particular only one customer. So we can in the computational operation it is easy to handle, easy to search of a particular condition bus data with the help of primary key. And primary key also will also use to connect another table. The candidate keys. So all the attribute combination inside a relation that can serve as primary key are candidate keys, as they are candidate for the primary key position. For example, roll number and GR are the candidate. Suppose I want to select a primary key. So we have a multiple options. Suppose we have a roll number, GR number. Okay, so these are our candidate keys. Okay, so I want to select only one key to decide a primary key, but we have a two or more option. So we can say this is our candidate keys. Suppose I want to select only roll number in the two set of keys. So roll number is our primary key, but the remaining keys in future we can also create the primary key, but this time I am not using. So GR number remaining key in this candidate key. So the remaining key we can say alternate key. Okay, so alternate key is a alternate key that is not the primary key is called an alternate key. If we select roll number of a student as a primary key, then remaining key GR number will be alternate key of a student table. Okay, the last is foreign key. A known key attribute whose values are derived from any primary key of some other table is known as foreign key in this current table. For example, roll number of a marks table. Suppose in a school database we have two tables. Okay, student and marks. So student table, roll number is our primary key, but in marks we again use the roll number column. So because in marks table roll number is completely depend on student table roll number primary key. So we can say this is our foreign key. Okay, so the foreign key always depend on primary key. Okay, so now the next concept is referential intricity. Okay, when we use primary key and foreign key concept to connect tables each other, so here new concept will arise, referential intricity. So you can see a referential intricity is a system of rules that a database user to ensure the relationship between records in a related tables are valid, but the user don't accidentally delete or change related data. When referential integrity is enforced, you must observe the following rules. The first is the matching field from the primary key table is a primary key or has a unique index. The related fields have the same data types. Both tables belong to the same database. You can't enter a value in a foreign key field of a related table that doesn't exist in a primary key of the primary table. You can't delete a record from a primary key table if matching record exists in a related table. You can't change a primary key values in a primary key table if the record has already records. Suppose we have two tables, student table and marks table. Okay, so you can see, I want to clear this referential integrity concept. Suppose you can see this is our school database. Here we have student table and marks table. Okay, student is our main table. This is our master table. This is our parent table because student is the main table. So here roll number, name, date of birth, fees, these are column names. We can say attribute name. But here you can see here 101, 102, 103. Here we have only 3 students. But here suppose I want to delete 103 Akash record. So here I am delete this data, then automatically this data will delete in marks table automatically. Okay, means when you delete a data in a student table, so automatically will delete in marks table. Okay, this is called referential integrity. Suppose here in student table 101 is a roll number. Suppose I want to change 101 into 1001. So in the marks table automatically all the 101 will change into 1001. So this is called referential integrity. Third thing is, suppose in marks table I want to insert 104 data. So it will not include because this 104 in marks table we cannot include because referential integrity does not allow this thing, because in student table you can say 1000 is not available. So first to insert 1004 because this is a very new student. Okay, so first he will admit in the school, so 1005 must insert into student table, then we will allow to insert in the marks table. So this kind of activities, insertion, deletion, updation, will maintain our table in consistent state or balanced state. So this is called referential integrity. Okay, and this rule will automatically take care by DBMS software, but we first only on this referential integrity option. Okay, now next thing is SQL. SQL means structured query language, because in a programming language we also write a program to get a result, but we always write a lengthy program for this. But in the SQL language we write only simple 1 or 2 lines and we will get a big result. So only few lines of code will get so much result. So in SQL the best thing is, in the SQL we write only simple command, or it will return the big result. So you can see the SQL means structured query language. Command can be divided into two following categories. Means SQL commands we can divide into two categories, DDL and DML. Okay, DDL means data definition language, DML means data manipulation language. DDL means data definition language. This command allow to perform tasks related to data definition. We can create, edit and delete table structure. Here main thing is, you always keep in mind we are here dealing with table structure. Okay, table structure means create a new table, adding a new column, editing a existing column name, okay, altering, drop a column name, schema objects and grant and revoke privileges for security purpose we can also use. So this command belong to data definition language. Okay, the another thing is DML, data manipulation language. This command allows the user to access or manipulate data as organized by appropriate data model by select, insert, update and delete records. Suppose after creating the complete table and structure, now I want to add a new record, change the record, view the record and delete the record. So this operation will include in DML language, data manipulation language. But here in deeply we can say DML also basically two types. Okay, this thing are beyond the syllabus, but here for your knowledge, procedural DML, it requires user to specify what data is needed, how to get it. In this we create a SQL program. Okay, so this requires a lengthy program in MySQL. So this is called procedural DML. But in our syllabus we use only non-procedural DML. Only we use simple select command, alter command, only single one or two line command. So there is a no need to write a big program to get a result. We write only one or two lines. So this is a non-procedural DML. So it requires user to specify what data is needed without specifying how to get it. Okay. So in this it does not require to create a SQL program. Okay. The third category is TCL. TCL, transactional control language. It is used to manage transaction. A transaction is one complete unit of work. Some example of TCL commands are commit, rollback, save point, set transaction. Okay, the next thing is commit. Commit, it makes all the changes made by statement issued permanent, and rollback, it undoes all the changes since the beginning of a transaction or since a save point. So you can see in commit and in rollback, this belongs to TCL command. Okay, TCL means when we perform a transaction, so in this application will run on in a network. Okay, distributed environment. So one place changes, so it will another same time it will change in another location. So it is very difficult. So here new command commit and rollback we can use to manage our transaction. MySQL. MySQL, here in our syllabus, which our DBMS software we can use MySQL. MySQL is a free open source relational database system and that will structure query language. In a MySQL database, information is stored in a table. A single MySQL database can contain many tables at once stored through of individual records. So we can use our MySQL DBMS software, and in this MyDBase, first we create a database, then we create tables. The use of MySQL is MySQL key features are run very fast, easy to use, free of cost, portable, provides security and connectivity. MySQL server instance, it is created from background processes and application. It stays in memory and listen for a client request coming in over a network and access database content according to those requests and provide that. So these are the facility which provided by MySQL and provide to the clients. MySQL clients, it is a program that connect to the MySQL server. So it will use in network environment to connect to the MySQL server and issue queries in pre-specified format. MySQL command line program, MySQL dump and MySQL admin. MySQL GUI program are also available. MySQL administrator and MySQL query browser. So these are the environment. First we open this environment. Okay, then we can use our MySQL commands. But here we are using MySQL command line programs. Okay. Now, first we understand the example how a company data stored in a RDBMS concept. So you can see this is a school database. In a school database, two tables, student and marks. In student table you can see roll number, name, date of birth, fees. Okay, roll number, name, date of birth, fees. Roll number is a number, name it is text, DOB means date and time, and fees is number. So you can see 101 Raj and date of birth and fees, 102 Himmat and date of birth and fees 5000, 103 Akash and okay. But in school database another table is marks. Here only 3 columns, roll number, subject and marks. So roll number is a FK. FK means this roll number depend on student table roll number. Here roll number is PK. PK means primary key. So this roll number here I am using again. So this is called a foreign key. But this foreign keys depend on student primary key. So you can see 101, 101. So because a student have multiple subject, so the marks of 101 student, 3 subject, Hindi, English, Maths, 80, 75, 95, 102, this is second student, Hindi, English, Maths, the marks is 79, 80 and 90, you can see. So this is our foreign key. Foreign key will repeat and it may have duplicate values, but primary key not repeat and never hold duplicate values. Okay, so keep in mind. So we can say to clear this concept, here you can see here database name is school, here student is our first table name, relation name, marks is second relationship, student table columns name, attribute name is roll number, name, date of birth and fees. Either here marks table column names is roll number, subject and marks. Here degree means total number of columns. So student table have only 4 columns and marks table have only 3 columns. Cardinality means total number of rows. So total number of in student table is 3 and total number of is 6. Okay. Domain means a set of formatted values. In student table roll number you can see decided, minimum is 101, maximum to 200 we can insert this value. Data types we can know very well. Numerical we can use integer or number. For name or city we can use textual data, and date of birth we can use date and time data. Null value, any unknown or missing information we can use a null value. Suppose student information roll date of birth is not available, so in date of birth cell we cannot left blank, we can use NU double L, null. So any unknown or missing information MySQL use null. Okay, the primary key. So here primary key is roll number in student table. It is used to identify a record uniquely in a table. It never accepts duplicate data in a column. It is a key field of a table. It never holds null value. For example, primary key of student table is roll number. So we know very well primary key is to identify a record uniquely in a table. It never hold accept the duplicate values. Key field never hold null value. And the foreign key, it is used in another table. It is depend on primary key. It may have duplicate data. So foreign key of marks table is roll number. So we can see, or we can say these are our records of student table. We can say these are tuples of student table, and tuples of marks table is these are the records. Okay. So students, here today I am discussing about only revise the basic terminology of DBMS and the concept of DBMS and RDBMS and primary key, foreign key, tuples, cardinality, degree, domain. So it must always keep in mind, because these always DDL commands, DML commands. Okay students, here one thing keep in mind, you submit your assignment, today assignment and your previous assignment in timely, because regularity is very important. Okay students, thank you, goodbye.